Good afternoon, everybody. And here we are, Friday, TGIF. How'd that happen? I know I say that a lot. Like, I really don't know where the days go. It's kind of concerning. Too fast. So this video, if you're new to this experience, is that the word for it? This video is sponsored by Jesse James Beads. Full disclosure, they send me nice little packages of beads for me to play with and tell you about. And I'm real grateful for the relationship that we've developed over the years. So, sponsored by Jesse James Beads, jessejamesbeads.com for all the unique beads and findings and things that you can make your jewelry making wishes come true. Right, Sarah? Where is Sarah? Is she here? Hi, Georgiana. Hi, Denise. You guys, I just broke out one of my new Walmart tank tops. What do you think? It's good, right? It's a little under ruse. I think it's going to work. It's so hot. I know I say that also every other day, or every day. It's too hot. I told Aaron today, I said, if they were a dog, they'd put me to sleep. Or if I were a dog, they'd put me to sleep because Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jean Bean. Jean Bean's here. Hello, Vicky. Hi, Christine. Hi, Noni. Yeah, for $5.88. Ain't gonna hurt anybody. So, oh yeah, Kathy. Kathy said she loves Sarah's dog at Jesse James Bead. That's the OG. He's a good boy. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Laurel. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, Noni, you and I can start a club. Noni says summer is not her season. I'm telling you what. Or maybe if I were just like standing in a pool with a nice cold one, that'd be all right. But I'm not. Okay? Hello, Sandy. Hi, Deb. Hi, Oriana. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Frana. You guys, thanks for your orders. By the way, I'm just waiting for a few more of you to show up. Janice, are you coming to Bead Fest next week if you're melting in Pennsylvania? You can come melt with us. It's going to be way more fun. That's right, Holly. Like I got the fans on, but I said to Aaron at lunch, I said, I'm tired of summer. And he goes, one more month, babe. Thank you. Teresa, you lucky girl. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, Kathy said she went out in the shop to try to do some metalworking and she was melting. Yeah, put the torch down. It's not going to work. Hi, Belinda. I can't either. I love it. So on today's video, sponsored by Jesse James Beads, we're going to talk the latest issue of Beading Daily Jewelry. I don't know why this always shows up backwards. Did any of you get a copy of this, Beading Daily Jewelry? Sarah and Jesse James Beads and myself, we love all the editors, Debbie Blair, and these are the same people that put Bead Fest on. And they're just really, Debbie Blair, delightful to work with. So this is just another bang up publication. And I wanted to just show you, here's Sarah's ad she put together. Get the bead boheme look at jessejamesbeads.com. Remember those elephants and those tassels and the little roses? I love it. So I have 3 projects that all use Jesse James Beads. So we thought it might be fun to just show you a little bit about them. And we're going to make this one today with this cup chain. This is a special issue, Kathy. It is different from stringing. This is Beading Daily Jewelry. Interweave Presents, it says. So it's got all kinds of mixed media techniques. I was especially smitten with these like screen earrings. I probably should have marked these pages, but we're going to make the cherry blossom necklace today. And we're going to use those cherry blossom cage beads. Sarah just put together kits for these, and they're on the line. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Yeah, double dose of Candy Cooper. Hi, Sarah, there you are. It really is a stellar piece of literature. I couldn't have said it better myself. So, this thing is thick. There's like, I don't know, 128 pages. That seems a little thicker than stringing. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I've got 3 pieces. This is another one, Rosy Shimmer. I'll just grab it for you here. But Sarah sells all the components to do these, jessiejamesbeads.com. And this one, I just drape chain in between each of the beads, you know, just to add a little bit of a drape. And then use some really pretty metallic stitched leather. And put the closures on the front so that it's actually an over-the-head necklace. But these are 2 hook closures, so you could make several of these or different fronts for your same leather strap. I really love interchangeable jewelry, so that's the idea behind that. But doing that drapey chain with some little cha-cha dangles is just a fun way to add a little sass to your look without a lot of effort. Okay, so about that kit, there's one more piece in here, but I don't know where it is. I should look this up. Sorry, everybody. I wanted to show it to you because I think we all love those patina paints from Ranger. And I used it to paint Jessie James Beads acrylic chain. I'll just show you the piece. Can I just show it to you instead of finding what page it's on? Because honestly, I have no idea where it is anymore. This has got a lot of mixed media techniques, though. I think you're going to love it. It's on newsstands right now. But check this one out. Here's another idea. This is that acrylic chain from jessiejamesbeads.com. It's called Frost. And you can just brush over it with those Ranger inks so that you get a nice tint. This one has just kind of a funky little flower embellishment to it. And you can leave those little fringes hanging. Oops, I put it on the wrong side. There, that's better. Yeah, so you can just have, you know, some little silk knots and some little beaded sections, and it's just a fun little piece. You can double it if you make it long enough and have that kind of hanging down, like a little lariat. It's a fun piece. But these are the new kits, the Cherry Blossom kit. They come all packaged beautiful, just like this. Sarah does a great job with that. You've got all your special findings in here. And I just had to find a look that I could use these beads with. Look at these. These all have tiny crystals in them. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and we're going to get busy making this necklace right here. I'll just show it to you. All right, while I'm rearranging. There we go. So it's got these little crystal cages in them. And then you come down here and it's got all this cup chain look. And you could save some of these and do the earrings and just do one pendant, you know, one big pendant piece. Well, I'm just going to give you some tips on how to make that. So we'll make that, and then I'm going to show you how to string these beads. Okay? Sound good, everybody? This piece with the kit should go together pretty fast. All right, here we go. Make sure I get this just right. And I'll try to turn my bead board a little bit so that you can see. Okay. Sarah, did you put a link to the, yeah, French for days. Did you put a link to the kit? So when you pour it all out, you get this big, you get your cup chain connectors. These are just like those earrings that I always have on. You got your 2 strands of pretty beads. Beautiful. Good job, Sarah. This looks so nice. Little bag of cup chain. This is the rose opal color. We need that right out of the gate. And let's make one little charm here first. How about that? So for this, you don't need, this comes as a clasp, so you could make necklaces or whatever you want with these. I tend to just cut all that off because we don't need all that. I'm even going to cut the jump ring because I don't think I need that either. At least I hope I don't. It's too late now. Pretty in pink. 2 feet of it in each kit. 2 feet of cup chain. Nice. How much is this kit? Oh, Patricia, it's called Beading Daily Jewelry. Patricia's asking about the Beading Daily Jewelry. Well, that's where you'll find the project. So what I do is I usually figure out like how long do I want my links. And I think in the magazine I tell you like how long to do these. It looks like I have these going at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links showing. But you can just look at the picture and see how to make this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I did another one. And all I'm doing is just sliding this cup chain right down in there. So easy. And then on this one, you're going to cut it an extra length. And then we're going to go and repeat. You see how fast this is? So good. You just want to make sure that you cut flush with the crystal because you don't want that little piece of chain sticking out like that at the bottom. Can you see that? That's what connects all the sparkles. You don't want that hanging out at the bottom of your necklace. So then what I do is I just go ahead and use my finger to push that end piece over while I have it all in, and then I make my last cut so that everything's nice and level. And this time we're going to go back to only 5 crystals showing, and that's what gives you your graduated charm. You know, so easy. Now, before you're done, you want to just put this on a hard surface. I don't really want to crunch down on I'll just use the end of my wire, but you want to put that on the end of a table or something like that and just push down just to give it one last final, like to make sure it's really all pushed down. I'm pretty sure I would have caved my beadboard had I pushed on it. So there you go. So you could make a couple of those and make earrings, or we're going to do a little wire wrapping and make the pendant. So also in this kit does anybody else's beadboard look like this in a matter of 30 seconds? I got skills. So also in your kit, you get these are some of my most favorite spacer beads. I use them a lot. And I like them because they're just kind of like a sandblasted texture. So you get a couple of these in your kit, like a bunch, so that you can put them, because when you have these solid strands, it looks nice with a little bit of metal like these beads in between them. So that's why they're in there. So now, all right, now I need some wire, and we're going to cut into those beads. And I'm just going to use, you could use the pink ones too. I'm going to use the clear ones. And I'll set the rest of my beads up here. And that right there, that right there. And I think we're good. So now I'm going to go ahead and pre-string my beads. Me too, Jean. Jean says she loves. Sure. So now I put these so that they hug the curve of the bead, but you don't have to. You can put them the opposite way too. And what you're going to do is have your pliers handy, and you're going to make a 90-degree bend like that, and then hold it kind of in the middle. You want to make kind of a bigger loop for this, and you're going to just wrap your wire around your pliers. And then I like to just turn my pliers a little bit, and then now I can just wrap all that extra wire around the core wire where my beads are strung. Just hold on tight, wrap it around. Done. And then now you can slide all your beads up to the top. Christine, your beadboard still a mess from the last project? It happens. So now, like this is, you don't need too much here, maybe like, I don't know, 3 fingers, 2 fingers worth, a couple inches. So now we're going to repeat, and you're going to make that 90-degree bend, and then you're going to put your pliers in there. And this time you want to, hang on a second, because if this is going to be strung, the wire's going to go through there, and I've got my charm, my loop needs to go this way. So I'm going to just turn this really fast so that my loops are running parallel to each other. Okay, so now I'm ready. And you could do that in a minute, but I like to do it before my charm's connected. So now we're just going to wrap that tail of wire around with your round nose pliers. See, I've got the start of my curve, and then you're going to take it past the point so they cross over each other, and you've got that perfect round loop, just like that. And then kind of check and see what you got going here and where your wire is positioned. Then you're going to connect your charm that you just made, like so. All right, so that's all connected. And then what I do is I just grab this so that my loop's right in there, and then I'm just going to wrap the extra wire around and around. Just right up next to the, right up underneath that bead. Yeah, and then by holding that loop on both sides, that gives you a lot of surface area so that your loop's not going to twist and turn and look terrible. And that's that. You've got one little charm. And these would be beautiful just as earrings, you know, just like that. How about that? So that's that. What do you guys think? You like them? Now, let's talk about the order of the beads. So I'm going to keep this one kind of simple today. Kind of, if I can. I don't know if I can. But let's talk about just design. Now, when oh good, I'm glad you like it. Okay, you like it. I like to know that I'm loved. Okay, so I always just cut off the end. And like some people want to save this little bead and use it. You can. I usually don't. It's acrylic. I love these glass and metal beads, so I don't work that into the design. But I've seen a lot of ladies do it. If they need a Band-Aid bead, they keep that one and they use that one. So when I'm designing with Jesse James beads, I usually start them on the top row, and I hold everything down, and then I pull out this piece of wire. And so now I have everything symmetrical. But remember this strand that we started with, now what you can do is scoot some of these out and work in your spacer beads. So I might come up here and pull some of these out. Like these two beads are pretty strong. So I'll put that glass guy up there for now. So now I'll put this one in, you know, to add some of that rose opal look, and that's going to tie in my charms too. And then come down here, and this one is a center bead, so you want to get rid of that one. And what you can do for this one is it can hold down your, you can do one of two things. You can use it to hold your center, like one of your center dangle pieces, or you can set it aside for a rainy day. It's up to you. And then move that one there. Hi, Carla. Okay, so now, you know what I almost forgot is these guys. So these have these little crystals in them, and there's a way to string them so that you get them just right. And I'm going to keep twirling it around until I find exactly what I'm talking about. It always takes me a second. Did I got right there? See that little spot right there? Right there. That's where you want to run the wire through on these so that it hangs just perfectly on point. You know what I mean? You can put it through all these other areas, but that's a pretty big hole. And these cherry blossom beads, they just have that little tiny, it takes you a minute to find it, but it's a perfect spot to run the wire through. Okay, yeah, Bethany says 20 gauge. That's what I'm using, 20 gauge wire. So we can put one of those here. And I'm going to keep scooting these beads up and around. And like for this right here, this is a good opportunity. What I do with those spacer beads, dump some of those out. You can work in your spacer beads. The reason I love these kids, and I know I work with these guys, but you always end up with beads left over, which is nice, you know? So work some metal in between all that glass to break it up a little bit. And right there, we're gonna put one of those delicate cherry blossoms. Come down here, scoot this up. And how about another cherry blossom in between those two? This is looking good. Okay, so now just make sure you do whatever you did on this side to the other side before you start stringing. Speaking from experience. And here we go. What is that bead? Oh, was that supposed to go up here? You know what? That goes right there. We're gonna leave a little more space right here. I like to keep all my heavier focal beads at the bottom. All right, I need that. Does anybody feel my pain right now where I'm like trying to remember what I just did? Here we go, like that. And then we need that opal one. And then keep scooting them out. This is why bead boards are really handy. Sarah, do you still have bead boards in stock? Do you have those $5.99ers? And then because we have a little bit of clear, we need to go and grab these clear beads out of our secondary strand. So just work those in a couple spots just to add a little bit of, to tie it all together, you know? This is another extra bead, so we'll put that up the top so we don't accidentally use it. I'm gonna drop in a couple more glass beads and a couple more spacers and some pink. And then one of the things on this original design, and I've got my necklace. How easy was that? Like, that's the beauty of Jesse James beads. And I still have a couple of cherry blossoms that I could work in, or these could go in my other charm fronts. So now you're set to string. So one of the things I really wish I would have done to this necklace that I have on the mannequin was add a chain extender, because I made it too short. So if I were you and I was just wanting a little bit longer of a necklace, I would use some of the chain reaction and just add just a little extender to the back, you know, just to make it a little longer, or a little piece of gold chain or something. I made mine just a touch too short. And I can't remember if I used all the beads or not in 2 strands, but 2 strands would be 14 inches. So I think that's why it feels a little snug, because it just fits like a choker, and I want it to be more like princess length. You know what I mean? Okay, so now let's grab some wire. And we'll start stringing these up, and then I'm going to show you how to add that extender and the clasp and make your necklace. So we're just going to string. What else? Do you have any other stringing questions? I'm trying to see what's going on. Sounds like someone's asking about wire questions. But Bethany, it looks like I think you're talking to the right person, because Bethany knows her wire. I'm going to rearrange that and put this guy next. Is there anything you want to see again? Do you want to see how to make the cup chain pendant again? And let's see if I can find that sweet spot right there. That's it, right there. And then this is where it can also, you got to make sure you get it through the other side, just like that. Thank you, Jean. And I'm going to try to not miss a beat on this. Look at this bead. It's called a confetti bead. Isn't that fun? Karen James, Sarah's mom, she designs all the beads and makes those special blends so that they look just right. Like they are, she's got the Midas touch on bead surfaces, and like just making anything. She's got a good eye. Like just, she knows pretty things. There we go. And now I think I need one more spacer, and I just kind of pepper these in and try to remember where I peppered them in as I go. And just make sure that you have enough for your other side if you do that, you know. But you could use these, like just put seed beads in between them, and they would look so good. These little, I call them potato chip spacers. I just think they look like little Pringles. And so now I'm gonna just work in my dainty charm. This thing's gonna kind of look wimpy compared to the other pendant, but that's okay. I'm almost to the end. Halfway. Okay. Christine, I don't think you've missed anything. I'm just stringing beads and talking. Okay, and then another one. But you can run wire through these. There's plenty of room. So you could just put them on a head pin and make a pretty little earring, you know, like a little geometric flower earring. That would look really sweet. And Sarah now, like, she's added so many pretty cup or cage beads to the site. You know, you got the rose ones, the cherry beads, the geometric ones. Sometimes when you're stringing these boho style beads, these are handmade. Oops, I was talking and I saw it go through. Sometimes what I do is if I find it's just being a little stubborn, I just turn it around and try the other side, and it always goes right through. They're all handmade, so sometimes they're a little different. So, Jean, you got kicked off? That's not cool. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. And then I need another spacer bead. And I'm almost done. 3 or 4 more beads. And we're golden. And I'll show you how that other one fits and why I decided to add this little bit of chain. It's just a good, you could always add a second strand of pink beads or something to this, or maybe you have some extra crystal, like glass beads or something around. But I think this is good. Let's see. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I went ahead and I split this chain. So I'm going to attach it to this little bead link. Christine's asking what beading wire I'm using. I'm using 19 strand for this, but normally I would use 49 strand, 0.018. That's my favorite. I use it for everything. But if you don't want to spend that kind of money, you could go with a 19 strand. And I think Sarah, you have gold beading wire, don't you? Do you have gold colored beading wire? Might be nice to use some gold for this project since there's so much in it, you know? So I'm just gonna string my crimp tube. Don't forget, if you're just starting out, right here on the packaging, you see size number 2 crimp tube or number 1 crimp bead. I always use crimp tubes. And on the packaging, you see that number 2 right there? That's how you know what size crimp tube to use with what wire. I know I say that a lot, but it's just because I know there's some people that have never done any bit of stringing, and so I want to just make sure to help you so that, you know, you can prevent accidents from happening. Okay, so I just ran the end of the wire through the crimp tube, through the end of the chain, back through the crimp tube, and I'm going to just slide it up there a little bit so that everything moves nice and easy. And then I've got my crimping pliers, and you can see how there's 2 openings. We're going to use that U-shape opening first and try to keep our wires separated so that the middle of the U just goes right in between, you know, like right in between the wires. Then you're going to turn the thing 90 degrees so that I have a C shape and put it in that other opening and roll it on over. And then move out to the edge and give it one last smush, and you've got your piece secure. Now make sure you double check that you're cutting the shorter wire, and you're going to slide all your beads up next to the chain, and then just tuck that little bit of wire in, and then work everything down and over just like that. And then cut this away from your spool put on a crimp bead. Hi, Mark. Mark's asking me hairdresser questions. I think it's too complicated for me at this point. Well, okay, so now I'm gonna just cut all this away so that I have two symmetrical sides. No wire guard this time. I don't even have any wire guards right now. But I am going to film a video next week at Beadalon that talks about them. So you're picking up my brainwaves, Kathy. I like the two crimp tubes over beads because I always feel like when I try to use crimp beads, I always break them. I don't know why. I just feel like I always break them. They always crack on me. So I have better luck with crimp tubes. I don't know why. It's my personal hands. I don't know. Like I just always break crimp beads, so I just use crimp tubes. So now I just went ahead and threaded that all through there, like so, and then make sure that it's not too stiff. And you can put this like that, and then just crimp, crimp, crimp. I agree with what Kathy said. You do have to take into consideration the shape of the face. Oh, good. Okay, so now, I'm going to turn this up and around. So now I'm going to show you why I put this extender chain in here. Okay, here we go. That's so smart that you have those. Yeah, my hair, I always have her cut it a little short because it grows fast. I have really thick hair. I picked up a little bit of it, and like the clump of hairs that were falling when she was cutting. I was like, my hair is so heavy. And my hairdresser goes, yeah. But I have it in a little clip today. But yeah, I wear it. I've always had short hair. I don't know what else to do. So here's why. See how much space I still have in the back here? And so when I put this on like this, it's perfectly fine. But if you don't, oh, this might be too much, girls. Too much. Okay, so this isn't too bad of a princess length. What was I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I did all that chain work for nothing. Let's say you did want it longer. You could have it longer. But see, these little things are fun, right? Just a fun little necklace. Doesn't look so good with the buttons. But other than that, okay, so that's that. But with this one now, this is kind of like the sequel to last week's, but really I just wanted to like cut that. I want to add that much on here. So let's just make sure that's like all I need. Yeah, see, just a little shorty. Okay. But I like I don't know, these days I just like necklaces that come down a little bit. But this will look really pretty with just like a nice summer dress, you know. So now I can just use jump rings and attach the clasp, which P.S. a clasp comes in that kit too. This is probably like tied for first with that big round Jessie James Beads clasp. What are you guys still talking about buzz cuts? Jessie says she likes it, or Sarah says she likes it as a girl. I missed Mark's note. I gotta go back and find that one. Yeah, oh, Aaron, it's too late. You're saying leave it long. It's too late. This is my second most favorite Jessie James Beads clasp. It's got a light brown sparkle in it, and it is a win. Like if you need clasp in your stash, get this one because it goes with everything. It's neutral. It's good. I just need a couple jump rings and I'm going to finish this necklace. Oh, as is. I do too now that I put it on. I don't know why. I thought it fit like this is how I thought I had it. So I was like, you know what? I should show you how to make this a little longer if you don't want it short. But it is just fine. Like Sarah, I've been out for a long time putting those kits together. It's getting to me. It's perfectly fine as is. I don't know what's wrong with me. Normally you would just go ahead and crimp the clasp to the beads strand, but I'd take the long way like I do, and so now I'm just gonna hook in the clasp with a jump ring. What else do you guys know today? Oh, Eva likes it long too. Okay, thank you, Jessie. Oh, you're gonna go from blonde to brown, Brindy. That sounds fun. Well, I have gray coming in right here, and I like highlights and stuff, you know. So there's still a few spaces left in our classes if you decide to come to Oaks, PA. We just put up a little thing about the tailgate party, so I can't wait to tell you all about that in the next week with our friends that Sarah and I are hosting. We love getting to like meet all the students that come to our classes and the booth, and we love like hanging out with our bead vendor friends. Like it's a bit of a family reunion every time we go see each other, you know? So this one's a little different, but you see how you can just easily tailor the pieces to your body shape. If you want it a little longer, put a little chain in. If you don't, just crimp the pieces to the ends, just like this. Easy. I use some crimp covers on these just to give it a finished look for the magazine. Finally got a root touch up today. Yay! Way to go, Valerie. I did that a month ago. I'm finding I have to do it about once a month now. Gray hair. Yeah, so that's just a little trick. And you know what, you guys, if you have shorter necklaces, you can do this all day long. Just add an extender chain. And this chain's good for it because it's a little decorative, you know, and it kind of just ties right in. It's fun. And this is another piece I did with Jesse James Beads. Have I ever showed you this one? It's these arrowheads, and then it's like kind of a Y necklace with just like more earthy tones. And then there's that beaded loop trick that we did when I was on vacation. And that's a crimp cover too. That's a good trick. And this is their tortoise chain. It is a kit. Mary Ann, these kits are, hi, Patrie. The kits are on the jessiejamesbeads.com website for this one, for this version that you can find in the new Beading Daily Jewelry. So you can find all those projects in there. Really, really easy. Dee says she loves the gold around the arrowhead. Just fun, yeah. Gold around anything is okay by me. But yeah, this is a great little magazine. And I'm trying to think what else. The Stringing Fall is out too. I haven't checked it out. But you guys know how much I love mixed media. And so I just think you're really going to get a lot of food for thought on this. Sorry, my microphone is all snagged up. I love that we're talking about hair and jewelry making. That's why I love this group so much, because like you never know what we're going to be talking about. Sarah, did I get everything? Was that pretty much it? So the new Cherry Blossom kit at Jesse James Beads. I'm going to put this. I know why I thought this piece was too short. Watch when I put it on Aunt Jane the mannequin. It seemed like a choker, but it's really not on me, on the real me. So there you go. Oh, brother. I think I'm dehydrated, honestly. Yeah, Bead Fest. Oh yeah, Bethany, Sarah, Bettany wants some horn pendants. Do you have any? Are you bringing any? Oh, she won't forget them. I think that's what that means. Good. Okay, good. What else you guys got? Anything? You guys doing anything fun this weekend? There. That's how I roll. Go big. Done. I'm probably gonna wear both of them. Why not? I can't believe it. I still have, I mean, on this one you could add more of these cherry blossom. See, you've got your 3 now that you could work in here, here, and here if you wanted. 3 extra beads. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 extra potato chip spacers. I still have, I mean, I didn't use this big one, but you'd end up, if you did 2 of these charms and 1 of these, you'd have another 1 of these. It's a great kit for the value. Good job, Sarah. You could get some more chain and just keep adding more and more and more. I made a necklace like this where I just like hooked in extra pieces right here. And that's how you get body jewelry started. You just start linking things like this and come down here and then you have belt pieces go around. It's really fun to make. Sarah knows I like making body jewelry. I don't wear it. She wears it. I just make it. Oh, Brindy, I feel your pain. Gigi was down in my studio and it looked like a tornado went through. Got one pretty beads everywhere. Thank you. Yeah, you could totally make an extra, a matching bracelet with leftovers. Or some little earrings, you know, with just those little cages. And maybe hang the cages off some extra, like what if you could hang these little cubes off of pieces of cup chain, you know? The little cherry blossom, you can't see that far. Hang these off of here. You know, get yourself some extra cup chain connectors, the singles like I always use. How about that? Yeah, they totally go with any outfit. That's right. So that's the nice thing about kits is you just get everything you need. Sandy, that chain reaction comes in 18-inch lengths. Oh my word. Yeah. So the chain reaction, just before I forget, isn't included in the kit. That was just something I grabbed because I thought the necklace was going to be too short, but it wasn't. Ugh. So just trying to keep you guys on your toes. Oh my gosh, that's going to change your days, Catherine Braun. You just got an AC installed. We had the central air guy here this morning. I'm nervous about getting that quote. Oh my word. He was from the attic. We have a 3-story here and a basement. I don't even know. But we can't live with box air conditioners forever. So there you go. My t-shirts are coming up soon. I went and picked them up. I'm going to try to get them listed for the weekend. They turned out cute. I don't know the real name of the potato chip spacers. Sarah, are you selling those potato chip spacers? Oh, are you going to call them potato chip spacers? Pringles spacers. Oh my, don't eat them. Linda says, Candy, thank you again for advice. I have another question. What type of camera should I buy for close-up shots of jewelry to sell online? I thank you so very much. Linda, you should just use your iPhone. The cameras in those, if you're selling online, like all my Etsy pictures, those are all shot with my iPhone. So with a little bit of editing, just save your money. I have a big expensive DSLR and a lot of times I just don't have time to use it. So I say just use your iPhone. If you get into serious catalog work and you need those big files, then okay, but I think just use your iPhone because you can edit everything on there too. That was a good question. Yeah, Sandy says she takes hers outside. That's the thing, you got to take them outside on a cloudy day or next to a window. where the sun isn't shining right on your pieces. Hi, Caroline. Yep, Gerald uses her phone too. Diane, I use the Sizzix. I use the Sizzix tool for cutting records and a heat gun. Oh yeah, Sarah, put my blog post up that I wrote on with a few of my picture tips. That's a good idea. I can tell it's gonna rain because I still have that like splitting like spot right here in my head. Does anybody else get that sinus like pressure build up when it's gonna rain? It's very weird. Yep, perfect. Good. Linda Davis, I'm so happy. On that note, I just remembered my phone is kind of running low on juice, so I better say bye before I just disappear into cyberspace. So on that note, I love you all. I got to catch a jet on Sunday, so I got to get back to packing up this bead kit box with all the tools and stuff for class. And then I have a suitcase that needs packed. And you know what the hardest part is? The jewelry, because I hand carry it. And then they always stop me in TSA and they say, what do you have in here? It looks like a big chunk of metal. And then I go, I make jewelry. And then they're always like, oh. And then they have to drag it all out. But I'd rather do that than us not be safe. So not complaining. Not complaining. Just, anyway. On that note, I'm out. I'm leaving. Mwah. I love you guys too. Thanks again for everything. Thanks JessieJamesBeads.com for sponsoring this video. You guys, go get yourself a cherry blossom kit. They'll be there for you waiting after the weekend, I would guess. Sarah's got them all ready to go. So thanks for the well wishes. I won't forget socks. Probably will forget my toothbrush. I love you. Bye-bye.